What is good? This is Ahead of the Spread presented by Wager Talk, where we're going to check out the open numbers, notable line movements, and discuss key matchups and angles for three games on the NBA slate for tomorrow. I'm Ron Kabang. Got Skee Proper here with me as always. And before we go into the games, we always recap how the day went. I only had one bet. It was one that we talked about yesterday on the show, which was the Lakers. And we could have went either way with that one, Lakers or the under. We booked that one down pretty well. The other two, I think we talked about the over. I don't think either of those hit. Um, but how was your day today, Ski? In the NBA, or if you did more tennis?
I
Yeah,
overthought today, so I didn't win. I went 0-3 in the NBA, so not
ah,
good.
yeah.
I doing too much overthinking, man. Moses in the chat says thanks Ski for the under in that Laker game. Yeah, I talked about it. I did a free play video about it too, but
Mhm.
I didn't get to the window with it. So I'm glad you won, but I need to start doing better, picking the right games.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, like we always talk about it, Ski. We always talk about the games because we talk about so many games. We'll get some right, and those are the ones that end up winning. The ones that we don't bet, right? But then the ones that we do bet, for some reason they just they go the wrong way. So hopefully we continue, or like we bounce back the rest of the season, especially with the playoffs coming in. Um, I know that's the time of
That's
year
go
that you love
time.
best. Yeah. All right, let's get into tomorrow's slate. We got three games. Share the screen. There you go. We got odds logic here. This is our odds page. You got the injury report, alerts, and all that stuff. You can customize your books, and what you want to see on the screen and how you want to see it. You could. There's a link in the description to try it out. You get a 7 day trial. Um, uh, odds logic. That's the site. All right. So we're gonna go with the Suns and the Bucks for tomorrow for the game one. Open up at 6.5 for the Bucks at home. Seeing as high as 7.5 as Caesars and BetMGM, Pinnacle as well. This is uh, other sites got him at 7. From an injury perspective, what I saw earlier, Kevin Durant out, Bradley Beal is questionable. On the Bucks side, a lot to see here. Portis, Sims, and Lillard out. AJ Green is questionable. Giannis is probable. Head over to themoneybar.com. Some of the situational stuff here. You got in-season revenge for the Bucks. They're also in a bounce back spot. They did lose by 20 plus to the Hawks as 4.5 point home favorites here. On the Sun side, this is I mean they traveled what fourth game straight game with travel here, or third straight game of travel here. They also have Boston on deck. I mean, like I think you mentioned it before, they're not in position to really look ahead at this point. It's I mean, I don't know if they're uh, mathematically out of it, but they just lost three in a row. Don't know what they're doing there, and KD is out. Uh, Maybe they lost motivation. What are your thoughts on this one, Ski?
Yeah, KD out. That's tough for the Suns for sure. My thought. I mean, my first thought when I saw the number was, man, I wish KD was playing because that's a sweet
Yeah,
number for
yeah.
the Suns. But really, neither one of these teams have been good defensively. But how can I? I can't lay. I can't lay 7 points, and I can't trust you to get stops.
Hmm.
So that's where I'm at with the Bucks. Last 5 games, they're allowing a little bit under 121 points per game. That's just a little too much for me. Haven't like what I've been seeing from over there. So
Hmm.
I still would lean with the Suns, but it's one of those ones that's tough. I'm not sure if I can get to the window.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And
I think
the over, because
over.
both
See, that's where I
defenses,
was gonna go. Yeah,
yeah,
that's where actually I was gonna go. The over. You just talked about how the Bucks are struggling to defend currently, and you see the Suns on the season not that great either. Obviously, if you look at, I'll pull last 10 game stats, but first you see the overs here, 19, 11, and one to the over there. On the season, the Suns slightly over on their trends there. But this is what I wanted to look at here. Their defenses, both defenses, in their current situations, opponents are getting up and over their team total. And you see the Bucks here, 18 and 13 to their own team total over. But if you look at last 10 games
go to the last five.
or last five, yeah, I'll show last five. If if you show last five, you can see the defenses. I mean, you could go back to last 10 too. Both of their defenses really struggling. Obviously, the pace of play is pretty slow here, but 30th in defensive rating, 28th in defensive rating. Effective field goal percentage allowed. Both of them on the bottom third of the league. You can see the Bucks getting to the free throw line at a much higher rate. Turnovers, no one's forcing turnovers here. I mean, so I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that kind of pointing towards the over here. If you look at Suns right there, 4-1 to the over the last five, 2-0 in their situation as home favorites. So a lot of things kind of pointing towards the over in this situation. So that I mean,
Think about.
from a side perspective, it's tough, but I would look towards the over here.
I mean, can we check? Maybe we should check with without KD how they do towards the total.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because I mean, when I think about it, you're missing scoring, yes, but he's also a solid defender too. So um, I can see it going either way.
Yeah, look at that. So Suns without Kevin Durant,
Boom.
2-11 straight up, 3-10 ATS, 10-3 to the over.
This one
Um,
has already moved 4.5 points, so hasn't moved too much.
damn, I don't. I mean, let's look at their averages here. So, um, go down. So 130, sorry, 233.9. They're still at 225 and a half. So 233.9 on average. The total is a little bit lower. So if you look at these totals under, I mean, regardless, they're just going over regardless.
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense.
The over makes sense. I mean, looking at how they do ATS wise, um, it seems like the Bucks might be the right side. I mean, they're in the bounce back position. Suns without KD. I think KD not being out, it seems like that motivation is gone, right? Like I think if they had a really good shot or if they were wanting to really take it seriously, that he would probably play. Um,
He
so maybe
sprained his ankle
maybe
pretty
they're
bad, I
milling it
think.
in.
No, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. All right. Well, I guess I thought it wasn't as bad as it was. Yeah. Over on the side perspective, I think Bucks would be the side, but over more than the side.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty down for that.
Let's get to the next game here. We got Orlando and San Antonio. This opened up at -4 for Orlando. The total and it's come down to 3.5. -4 is still available at some books. If you look at the total, 218.5, 220, it's gone up to 221.5 at circa. That's the highest. And the lowest I still see 219.5 at FanDuel. So definitely want to shop for the best lines depending on where you want to go. Injury report I saw earlier. So obviously Suggs and Mo Wagner continue to be out. Cole Anthony was questionable today and then ended up being ruled out. So he might be questionable again tomorrow. And then on the Spurs side, I mean, just most notably Fox and Wemby out. Situational notes here. Fourth game in 6 nights for the Magic. Actually, third and four and second of a back to back as well. They did play, lost to the Clippers today. Um, Also, first game on the road after 3 straight home games, so they are traveling. And then on the Spurs side, this is in season revenge. Also, fourth game in 6 nights as well. Fatigue on the Magic side. Um, Spurs, I mean, they don't really got much to play for right now. This is their 4 game losing streak. They just lost to the Warriors by 42. What are you looking at on this one?
Um, I want personally the Magic to win, but it's not what I want. So I, I don't like the spot for the Magic. Non-conference game on the back-to-back. Spurs, meanwhile, been at home. I think what this is their third straight home game, maybe fourth straight home game.
Mm,
I don't love the spot for the Magic. Now that doesn't mean the spot is enough, but the Magic also have been like kind of inconsistent lately. So
hmm
to lay with them in a tough spot while they're inconsistent, that just doesn't make sense to me. So by default, I lean towards the Spurs. And
Okay.
maybe, if it's a spot like that, maybe it's the defense that lacks for the Magic. Maybe that's why the total is going up.
Hmm. That makes sense. Um, I mean, I think from a trend perspective, it's kind of all over the place. Both sides kind of doing pretty well in their current situations. If you, this is they didn't highlight it, but road favorites here 9-6 as road favorites. Home dogs 11-12 for the Spurs, but when they're more rested, they are 10-5 ATS from an over under perspective. Magic obviously a more of a under team, Spurs more of a over team, so that kind of cancels each other out. Um, so it's kind of hard from a trend perspective. But if you look at last 10 games here, right there, you can see there's a big gap defensively. Spurs 27th in defense, Magic second in defense. I know their offense isn't that great right now, but obviously if you look at effective field goal percentage allowed, Spurs giving it up pretty easily. Um, so I think that defense is going to be the biggest gap between both teams here, and that's going to give the edge to the Magic. So um, Spurs, I don't think they got much to play for either. I think motivation is obviously
They
to me
don't.
it's kind of gone. So I would look towards the Magic here to close out pretty strong. Um, yeah, I don't really see much else in this situation. Team total. I mean, both teams kind of going up and over their team total in the last 10 games, but I think it's more so their totals are just always so low because they play a slow pace and their defense is really solid. So I could see why they would get up and over their team total, but 220 is a little bit higher for a Magic game. So I would just say Magic on the side and not mess with the total. All right. Let's go with the last game here, and that's the Wolves and the Nuggets. The Nuggets open up at -2 here. We have it as high as -3. Still some 2.5s available. The total 230.5. This has come up as high as 231.5 at FanDuel. The lowest I see is 230.5. That's at Circa and Pinnacle. From an injury standpoint, we got Terrence Shannon out for the Wolves, and then the Nuggets got some stuff to worry about here. So we got Strother who is out. Murray and Gordon are both questionable, and then uh, Brown and Jokic are both probable. But with Jokic on a probable, I would probably stay away until you get an official status on him, just because we don't know which way it's gonna go here, as far as like if he's gonna play or not. Some situational stuff over on the moneyballer.com. You got the Nuggets double digit in season revenge. They are more rested too. They got 2+ days of rest or more. First game of a back to back though. They do have the Spurs coming into town tomorrow. Um, I mean, what are your thoughts here? This is their fourth straight home game as well, so they haven't had to travel like Minnesota has. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this is a tough game, and then a little bit too many question marks for me for the Nugget side to
Hmm.
really jump in early. So, just not knowing who's playing for them, it does make me lean a little bit towards the Timberwolves. I mean, Timberwolves, they have been playing solid basketball. I mean, they had a couple hiccups, but before that, they were on a big streak. I think, at least we know who's playing for the Timberwolves, and they've been playing somewhat well. So
Hmm.
I'll lean with them right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think from a roster perspective, the only thing, I mean, I'm pretty sure if Jamal, well, we can just look at that real quick. So if we look at Jamal Murray, so they're pretty solid ATS wise, even if he's out. But if Jokic is out, I know he's probable, like I said, but with the injury report how it is nowadays, I wouldn't mess with it until I get an official status. But without Jokic, 4-7 straight up, 4-7 ATS, so they definitely struggle more so, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But I think one thing, if you look at if he's in, I would probably look towards the Nuggets side. They're really solid at home as home favorites, 23-9 straight up. If the line, if you could catch it, at 3 or whatever it is, I think that's solid enough line for them to just kind of be able to win, even if it's like by 4 or whatever. They don't need to blow them out like they normally do with other teams here, because usually as home favorites, their lines are pretty long. The other thing to worry about here, 4-11 ATS on the first leg of back-to-back games, but like I said, they haven't really had to travel or anything like that, and they dominated their last game. They won by 36. So I'm not sure how much fatigue is going to be a part of this. Um, Plus, they're more rested. So yeah, like I said, I would probably look towards the Nuggets side if Jokic is confirmed in. If he's not, I would probably stay off or look towards the Wolves, depending on what the number is. From a total perspective, I kind of like the over. I think both offenses are pretty solid right now. Um, Obviously, you can see here the Nuggets strong over team, Wolves a strong over team on the season as well. On the current situational spots, pretty solid to the over. Home favorites or at home in general, they're a big over team, 24-13 to the over at home in general. Um, the Nuggets, the Wolves when they're less rested, 9-4 to the over. So I would probably look in that direction. This is another thing that I think we pointed out not too long ago in one of the other shows. Ski team total over for their opponents. The Wolves are giving it up a ton, 45, 29-1 opponent team total over, and then the Nuggets are doing the same thing. So for me, Nuggets or the over. Uh,
Can't talk you off the over.
uh, that is the three games for today. I'll answer this right now. That's a no.
Oh nah, that's those days long gone, man. Long gone, bro.
All right. With that said, that's the three games we went through. Pretty. I would say pretty solid. I went through most of the games for tomorrow. I don't really like too much, but Ski, any last words, and then go into the top looks for the games that we went through.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. You guys staying up late, some having some fun out there, maybe too. But good cappers, all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys in the chat. I used to be able to dunk, man. I did one day, a long time ago. But I'll say this: my top play is gonna be the over in that Suns and Bucks game, 225.
Mm.
As far as the games that we talked about, that's the one I like best. I just put it in while you were over there debating, fighting about the other games I'm not gonna play. I put that one in. So I have that. It's what $5 Tuesday tomorrow. I did put my play up. It's one that I really, really like more than a lot of others, and it's moving. It's moving in my favor. So should probably get on it sooner than later. I still like it where it's at now. I like it if it moves a little bit more. And I did play a Final Four game. I have my 5% best bet up for that.
Mm.
I like it quite a bit. I'm what is it, 26-14 on my top plays in college basketball this season. So
Mm.
all those available if you want them. What you got?
Yeah. So for me, I also have my Final Four games up for the week as well, or for the Final Four. I have two plays up, so those are packaged together. NBA, I don't have anything for tomorrow yet, or the $5 Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I'll find something pretty solid enough to take for tomorrow. But for as far as the games that we talked about, I think the Wolves Nuggets over. And if Jokic is confirmed in, definitely the Nuggets side. As far as the other game, I do agree with the Suns and the Bucks over. I don't think there's going to be much defense there. And we did see Kevin Durant out. You know how the Suns do in that situation. So
My bad, I was muted, but my man kind of choppy right now.
hey, did
Oh,
I
there we
did I
go.
did I cut out?
Yeah, you back now though.
Damn. Okay, my bad. I don't know where I left off, but I would say Nuggets, the Nuggets game over, and then the Suns game over. Those would definitely be my top looks for tomorrow's games. All right. With that said, man, that's the end of the show, and it's about time because I was about to probably cut out, and my internet's been choppy since the wind. All right. So obviously that's the end of the show, guys. Before you guys leave, please make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the links in
Oh
the
man,
description as well.
do we
Did I cut
forget
out again?
again? No,
Did
we
I
just
cut out
forgot the
again?
banner again.
Oh no, the banner.
It's all right.
Damn. All right. Well, you can see it scrolling right there. NBA 33 gives you 33% off a 7-day NBA pass for Skee or myself. Undefeated the last couple of days for myself. So hopefully we continue cashing tickets for the rest of the season. And then Skee's always he's touching tennis and all that stuff now too. So even if it's not NBA, head over to our capper pages, wt.buzz /HP for Skee and /RC for myself. With that said, good luck with all your action, guys. Till next time. Peace.